Alright, so I'm about to pull the coin tray out here to do the modification so I can run this wire through the bottom. So to remove the coin tray, you have to remove the shifter surround, which I covered in a previous video. And right now I have it hooked up. I still have the wire connected to the bottom. The ignition's turned, shifter's in neutral, so I have more room to get the coin tray out. Under the coin tray you have the cigarette lighter and the ESP plugs. So you unplug both of those. And then there's a little plastic connector that holds the wires to the bottom of the coin tray. And so you remove that and then you'll free the ESP wires and stuff from the bottom of the coin tray. And so what I'm going for here on this coin tray modification is I have this short plug and I want it to be able to be sitting in there and shut this tray. But it still hits right now. I mean, with this one you're not even close to shutting the tray. It'll never happen. So, I'm working on running the wire through the bottom, and for this top piece here, I use this pry tool here to separate this top part from this tray, because I'm going to have to modify this a little bit, and I mean there's enough space in here I think. So I mean it's so close to shutting with that in there, but it's just got to be modified a little bit more so you can get it to do like the little latch close type thing. Alright, so I'll just show you how this works really quick. So it's latched in right here. So now you just press down on the top and it opens. And it's all controlled by this little track right here. And when it's locked, it's in this little notch. So we'll try to get back to it. And then when you open it. Alright, so I'm at the point in this modification where I could drive across town, get a Dremel, and then do it the right way. But there's a possibility that I drive across town and I can't find a Dremel, and yeah. So I'm probably just going to go ahead with either the drill or the razor knife, and then, you know, sort of make a little square cutout in this bottom panel here. And I use the tape here to show me where it is, you know, in correspondence to... I'll just be cutting through this bottom panel here, and then you'll never notice it from the top panel, see? I shaved the plug down a little bit, but you can't go any more without getting into this light, and that'll probably affect how it works. Alright, so I popped the spun aluminum piece off of the top of this, and this is just one more look before I notch the hole in it. And I'm sure some people will be like, oh, you're just hacking your car up, blah blah blah. But, I mean, what's the point of having this if you have to leave it open all the time to use the cigarette lighter? And, you know, in the end I think it'll be much better. So you can see there I drilled one little test hole there to see if I had the cigarette lighter lined up with the spot that I want. I got a couple marks there. I mean, I think this is going to work. I haven't got enough cut yet so it'll shut, but I think I just have to take like this little corner off here and then we'll be good. I think we're going to have enough clearance. Alright, so I'm finished with this. Well, not finished. I haven't put it back in the car yet, but it's dark now. So I'll put it back in the car tomorrow and show you the final mock-up. But, I mean, here it is. There you can see the hole that I cut in it. That's what it looks like, you know, the final product. I could have cleaned it up like a little bit more with sandpaper, made it a little bit rounder, prettier. But, hey, I mean, I'm just making this stuff up as I go. So, if I could redo it, I probably would have put the wire out the right side. It doesn't really matter. I can still put this out the right side of the car because we're going to have to lose all this wire underneath. But you'll be able to close this door perfectly, nice and easy, no struggle there. Because all you needed was that little extra bit of clearance there. So, you know, you pop this top panel off, cut the hole out, and then you have that little bit of extra clearance. So you're good. Pretty happy with that. I think this is going to be one of those modifications that really makes the R32 a lot better just for, you know, an actual daily driver that is functional. Because who wants to drive around with their coin tray open just to charge their cell phone? Kinda silly, right? So let me know what you guys think about that, and just to show you, for an example, the plug I got, this little cigarette lighter 12 volt outlet that's connected to the 3 USB ports here, is pretty short compared to, you know, this one here. Of course you can't just lay the wire out now, right? So you have to drill that second hole to put the wire through. So that way the tray will still close. Alright, so I have the coin tray modified and I'm just reinstalling it into the R32 now. And like I said, you can't really see the hole from where you're sitting. I'll show you once I get everything put back together. But I just put the coin tray in and reconnected the ESP wire and the 12-volt lighter plug. So I'm just going to put the shifter back in, figure out how I want to mount this, and then we'll pretty much be done. So, you know, I probably didn't explain that you have to put the 2 bolts back in the coin tray, but I mean, that's basic, right? You took the 2 screws out, you got to put them back in. So, of course, I did that, put the coin tray back in, and the next video we're going to carbon fiber wrap this probably, maybe. But to mount the USB port, I'm going to use these little double-sided tapes. So here's what it looks like with the final installation. And I mean, that's pretty clean, right? You can't really see that wire until the top here where it comes out, where you're forced to make it come out. Then you have the little 3M mounts stuck on there, so that's staying, you know. You can still open the coin tray with it, right? It's going to clear, no clearance issues there. Cigarette lighter's plugged in down beneath, so you know you're good to go. So as soon as we turn the R32 on, that should come on. And other than drilling the hole into the panel, you will have to remove this little 12-volt cover. So once you remove the cigarette lighter now, you could lose coins and stuff in there. I've seen that happen before, but I mean, I'm not too worried about that. So, and the reason I put it on the passenger side was, I'll show you right now. So you have this USB wire plugged in, and this is how much length you have left with your phone. And if you put it on the driver's side, you know, that's an extra foot of wire that you have to get tangled up in your knee and stuff. So I think this is, you know, the perfect setup. The wire's a little twisted here, but it lays pretty straight over. But that small one fits in perfectly. You can unplug it, leave it in there if you want, shut the tray, or you can just constantly leave it plugged in because it doesn't drain the battery when the car's off. That doesn't work unless the key's on. So, you know, just close it, there you go. And that's way better than having to ride around with this open all the time if you want your cigarette lighter to work. You got your 3 USB ports right here now, doesn't interfere with anything. Perfect. So, you know, I really don't know what to call this modification. Maybe like coin tray modification, something like that. But very happy with it. This is something I've been wanting to do in the R32 for a while. It's always bugged me that you had to have that coin tray open. And a lot of times I would use the 12-volt plug from the back and, you know, run a USB cord up through the back seats here and use that. So keep checking back for more R32 modifications. You know, like I said, we're going to carbon fiber wrap this, fix all this chipped up paint here, and we have some more stuff to do. Sway bar end links, some adjustable ones, cool stuff like that. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this. Do you think I just hacked a hole in my R32 for nothing, or do you think that's a good modification?